All right, gents, it is time. Finally, draft placement is here, where we are going to find out who is going to be taking over that number one slot for 2019. Okay, a couple changes this year. Real quick, we are going to be doing a live draft. Now, the live draft will take place in 2020, which will be referenced in the leagues from 2019. I'll get there in a sec. A couple other things that we need to talk about first. Two events that you need to be able to make for this league this year. Number one, the live draft, August 30th, 7 p.m. That's at Garrett's Aspen Creek Apartments, Garrett's house. Send me a text if you need to know where that is. If you need the address, it has been sent to everybody, so you should have it. But if you don't, give me a holler. So August 30th, 7 p.m. is the live draft. You must be there. Second thing, ring ceremony, which is the champions party. That's going to take place Saturday, January 18th from 2 to 5 p.m. Again, that's the ring ceremony. That's the champions party. We'll be presenting the championship ring and also doing the Where's Waldo event, which will give us our draft placement for the next year. That will all be happening at that event. So that is Saturday, January 18th. From 2 to 5 p.m. So that's before the Super Bowl and a couple weeks before the actual, or I think like a week or two into the football playoffs. Okay, so those are two events. Got to be there. Hope you guys got to be able to make those events. We need everybody there. Next, Keeper League. Oh, by the way, what you're actually playing for, this is the ring. That we're hoping each of us gets to slip onto our finger and crack against the wood, because this is the bling that we're playing for right here. Huzzah! Okay, let's go to our settings. A couple settings changes. Really quickly. Granted, you can go to. I'm not going to go over each individual one, just the four main highlights. If you go into your the Fantasy Football League, click on League. You're going to have a couple other sub tabs here. Click on Settings, and you'll be able to see everything, how our league actually works, down all the way down to points, values, and those kind of things for the different positions that we have. Four main changes this year. One, we have 11 roster positions. Well, that was the same from last year, but how the positions are a little bit different. We have two flex positions that are now both wide receiver, running back, tight end, and now the other one, wide receiver, running back, tight end. Why? With 12 teams, it's just a little bit easier to be able to have a little more control over your team and who you're getting on your free agency list or the waiver wires to be able to fill up all your draft slots or to fill up all your slots for each week, your roster positions. So your flex is now fully flexed. Wide receiver, running back, tight end. You could choose from any of those three positions and put those into your into those roster slots. Secondly, there are no divisions this year. Everyone will play everybody. So there's not going to be what seems like a weaker division or a stronger division, even though they were totally randomized, blah, 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 blah. These are, everybody will be playing everybody. It's one huge division. Okay. And lastly, the players, we've had a lot of the guys participate on Sundays. So a lot of us go to church or pastors or what have you. So we're finding that we're at a serious disadvantage for this league. For those of you who are able to actually, chill at home on a Sunday morning, so on and so forth. So to make this league a little bit more fair this year, we're instituting waivers. So from Sunday, 10 a.m. to Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. Granted, this is like one of the four options that Yahoo has. I don't have much control other than that was the best option that they gave us out of the three or four that they had. So Sunday from 10 a.m. to Tuesday, 11:59 p.m., all players go to waivers. So anybody that's on the free agency list will go to waivers. Sunday, 10 a.m., so the moment the first game takes place on a Sunday, through Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. And granted, I do believe that that Sunday, if there's a game over in London or something like that that takes place at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, I believe that everybody goes to waivers at that point as well. So it's whatever is the first game to play on a Sunday morning. Any player that is dropped from a league manager will go on to waivers for 24 hours. After that, they go into a free agency list. So free agents you can pick up for free on waivers. The person who has the last pick in our draft, the 12th slot, will be the first to have their first pick on waivers. And then once you use your waiver slot, you drop to the end, and it's a continuous scrolling list. Okay, and then lastly, this year we will be instituting a keeper league, which means that you get to keep 2 players in your 2020 league from your 2019 roster. So the players that you choose this year, you have the option of being able to keep for next year, at least 2 slots. And you can keep them for a maximum of 3 years, 3 continuous years. So kind of a cool little element to be able to include. But yeah, kind of fun. So Keeper League starting, this is the first year. I wanted to make sure that everybody got to run their own team, especially with the new managers that we have coming in. But so make sure that you're keeping your players and drafting accordingly, because these could be guys that you have for a little while if you want to take them as one of your top two slots. But we'll get more into the Keeper League next year. Just know that is the case. You get to keep 2 players next year from this year's team. Okay, now it is time. The randomizer. This is a really, really cool site. This is what a lot of card companies and things like that. Nathan Campbell and I are very familiar with this site. It's used to just randomize pretty much anything: numbers, lists, games. I mean, all kinds of different things. So what I have is a list randomizer. You put all the names in on a different row, and then it's going to randomize them however many times we click random. So we have 12 teams in our league. We're going to click this 12 times and see what ends up, whatever is after that 12th click, whatever is the final list is the order that we are going to be going through for our draft come August 30th at 7 p.m. at Garrett's house in Aspen Creek Apartments. Okay, so here we go. 12 times. There we go. Okay. Internet's a little slow today. 1. Come on. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10, 11, and here, this is it, gents. This is it right here. Who's going to take the number 1 slot? And it goes to Fresh Meat. Peter Felt is taking over the number 1 overall pick. Humbling Hoser, number 2. Jackson Hauser, number 3 is Stafford Infection, Jake Martin. Number 4, Patrick's Mahomies, Kyle Chermak. Number 5, Jordan's Team, Jordan Shipley. Number 6, Roaring Vikings, Dan Ayotte. Number 7, Bortles Combat, Nathan Campbell. Number 8, Dak versus the Empire, Will Baldwin. Number 9, JPP's Right Hand Man, Alex Carter. Number 10, Future Shadow 10, Garrett Wolf. Number 11, Wicked Diesel, Adam Boston. And number 12, Convicts, Jacob Stuckey. That's kind of funny. So 4... Is that all 4 of the top 4 teams ended up in the bottom 7 or the bottom 5? The top 4 teams from last year ended up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and yeah, the bottom 5. That's pretty amazing. That's almost like it was meant to be. Followed by Convicts at number 12, who took first place last year, and Wiggle Diesel, who took second place last year, is in this second to last slot. That's funny. Random things. All right. Well, there you are, guys. As soon as money and stuff gets in, as I already texted, but this will be the video that will follow everything up, so you guys are able to see who has got what slot. All right, congratulations to Peter Felt, Fresh Meat, who's taking over the number 1 slot. Peter, I know Tom Brady is looking mighty good this year. You probably want to select him. Apparently, he's going to play for the next 22 years, so because 70-year-olds apparently still play football. So that's who I think you should get. Tom Brady is your man. All right, guys. All right, broskies. I will see you when I see you. Hopefully before August 30th, but until then, later.